Hi ToyHound fans, this is ToyHound here to review a Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Generations Deluxe Class Dinobot Slash. And here it is in the package. Shows a nice artwork of Slash. Almost, I think it's an airbrushed art. Yeah. And that's the logo from the Transformers 4 movie, which comes out next week. And that's Dinobot Slash in his Dinobot mode. That's his robot mode, of course. It's produced by Hasbro. Transformers logo, of course. And then Dinobot Slash, ages 8+, Autobot symbol. That's what it looks like on the side right there. And here's what it looks like on the back. There's 13 steps to transform it. There's a little bit of information right there. His robot mode, of course. Other ones you can collect. His Dinobot mode, actually, it's a Raptor mode or Velociraptor. And other information. And next I'll show you it out of the package. And here, as you can see, is the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Generations Deluxe Class Dinobot Slash out of the package in his Dinosaur mode, a Velociraptor. And I wanted to show you a Jurassic Park toy comparison. That's what he looks like against a Velociraptor Jurassic Park toy. And I'll show you a close-up view of him right there, of course. Right there. Has a very tropical, tribal plant look to him on the colors. They look like plant branches or whatever right here. That's what it looks like. Not really, I mean, it kind of looks like feathers, but it looks more of like a plant sort of thing. That's what it looks like right there. His arms do move. If you move these little weapons, these become weapons in his robot mode. Well, I'll pull those out. And they're of a rubbery plastic, of course. His arms do move right there. His mouth opens. His neck kind of moves, but I don't really like to mess with it because then his mouth doesn't tab together. I don't like that part of it. Then his foot does move due to transformation. His other foot does move. His tail doesn't. It's a rubbery plastic. It doesn't really move too much. And that's his Dinosaur mode. And now on to showing you the transformation for Dinobot Slash. You take these little pieces out, which are his little weapons. They look like axes. Pull those out. And then what you do is you pull these out like that. And this one side right here winds up becoming his robot mode. And then what you do is you're supposed to untab this piece, and then what I like to do is kind of turn them like that. It's all so that way when you rotate it around you don't pop anything off. Kind of helps so stuff doesn't pop off. And when you rotate it, if it's like this, of course, it goes from there, and then that piece. Let's see if we got it right. These become the arms, and then you snap. Make sure that's snapped into place. Pull that. His little arms wind up going on the back, kind of like Scorn. And then it snaps into place. Those are both snapped into place. And then his feet, you spread these apart. And then what it says in the instructions is you're supposed to like fold this inwards. But what I like to do is I like to just leave it like that. And then kind of fold it back. Not really, more of just like a little bit back. Because then what happens is when you do that, it gives stability to the figure. And then there we go, like that. And then the heel spur winds up becoming the foot. That's the feet right there. And then what you're supposed to do is rotate them. Supposed to rotate them so that way you can see this part right here. Then you hold onto this piece and you gently rotate it around. Then you have that. And then when you do this, you want to have it like this on the foot. That gives it stability. And then when you transform the arms, you fold in the foot so it's like this. Then you rotate it. Then you fold it up. And it kind of gives that Wolverine claw sort of look to it. Then you basically do the same on the other side. Turn it. And do that. Then you fold this down. Fold that down. Pull these out of the way. And pull that tail back. And that reveals the head. Then you put the weapons in his hands. They're of a rubbery plastic, of course. And you basically, he's got a waist swivel, so it's kind of a challenge to stand, but once you figure it out, and there is Dinobot Slash in his robot mode. What I like to do, like I said, is bend his feet so they're like that. And now to show you a close-up view of his feet. They kind of remind me of like elf shoes. That's kind of what the foot design looks like. And that's his weapons, of course, rubbery plastic. Nice molded in detail on the whole figure. And like I said, his feet wind up turning into claws that remind me of Wolverine. And pull those out so you can see the figure better. But the one problem that I have with this design is there's supposed to be spikes here, but when you want to fold these out, they kind of get in the way of these. But there is a waist swivel, of course. And that's what it looks like on his chest. Right there. That's his arms, of course. And these are adjustable. These little over top of his shoulders. I forget, like his shoulder armor. Or it's just kind of almost has like a Beast Wars, or just like a very tribal beast design. The way that the shoulders sit on him. I mean, the way the pieces of his dinosaur parts fit on his shoulders. Very tribal. And then his helmet, it kind of reminds me of one of those professional bicyclists. The way that the design is. Has kind of a raise to it. I guess some would say that it looks like a construction helmet, but I'd say it looks more of like a professional cyclist helmet. That's what it looks like on the side, of course. It's just basically the mouth of the Dinobot. And that's what it looks like on the back. And that's his tail, of course. And his arm, similar to Scorn. He doesn't have any light piping. His head does turn. His arms do turn. In order to bend them, you have to turn them like that. And that's Dinobot Slash. I think he's a great figure, and I think he's well worth picking up. He does have his flaws of, at first it does make it difficult to stand, and you can pop these off the where the ball joint is, it can pop off. But the thing is with this toy, it's one of those things that when you move things around, you got to kind of do it in a sequential, slow, or just a very articulate pace. So that way when you move it around, you don't pop it right off. But they do pop right back on, so it's not the end of the world. And like I said, you can have his mouthpieces like that, so it gives him more stability. If you'd like to see more videos, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and stay tuned for more reviews.